Hello everyone, I hope you're doing amazing. In today's reading, we're going to be having a look to see what messages Spirit has for you, like urgent messages in regards to your manifestations, your goals, anything that you're wanting in life right now. We're just going to get some messages and guidance in regards to you getting your desires, and we'll just see what messages that come up. So for pile 1, we have flower lace agate. Pile 2, we have labradorite. And pile 3, we have a pink opal, but I don't think it's like a real opal. It's just, I don't know, that's what it's called on the website, so that's what it is apparently. Anyway, just take a moment to meditate on the card that you feel most drawn to, and then down below we'll have the timestamps of the reading, so you can check it out down below. But anyway, let's just get straight into it. Hello pile 1s, if you chose this flower agate tower, then this reading is for you. We're going to be having a look into your manifestations, your goals, and just seeing what messages Spirit has for you in regards to them. So firstly, before I start, I just want to mention that I have bracelets for sale. These are my manifestation crystal bracelets. I'll just show you a couple. These are like 2 of them I have here. We have another one here, and then I do have another colour which I'm wearing right now. So those are available on my Etsy, and also I do have personal readings available, although I am wanting to narrow it down and specifically do readings on like helping you achieve your goals, because I feel like I have a lot more to offer with that. So that's what I have here. Anyway, you can get a taster of what this will be like because we're actually doing a reading on that. So if you want to get further into that, I do have that reading available, as in like it's an option for you to purchase, and I like to make them as affordable as possible. Okay, so to start off with, I have chosen your tarot cards, so we'll pull those out and then we will get into oracle cards. So that's kind of like the plan for this reading today. So the tarot cards are just going to give me like an idea on what this reading is about, and you know what the brief messages are, and then we can use oracle to expand on that. So for you, we have the 6 of Wands, the Star, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. So pile 1s, I'm kind of getting that you are the group that kind of like, you're the ultimate manifestors in terms of like, you know what you want, you know you're going to do whatever it takes to get there, and like, that's great. Like, okay, so I think 6 of Wands wants to tell you that yes, you are definitely able to achieve your desires and get what you want. Like, you are the group that are very capable, let's just say. But I feel like for some of you, or a lot of you, there is a lack of action, and perhaps you could be in a stage where you're like the Star. You can see this girl, she's kind of like sitting by the river and like, you know, she's chilling and she's not really doing anything. The Star kind of is all about like thinking and wishing and all of that, and it's not really about taking the action, but just kind of like getting in the ideas. So I feel like a lot of you are doing the actual manifesting work in terms of like the techniques, like the scripting or your manifestation techniques, and practicing gratitude, raising your vibration. I feel like you are doing that, and I think the issue is that you are not really seeing any results at the moment, which is making you think, okay, I need to do this even more, I need to work harder. I feel like a lot of you feel like you need to just keep making action, keep doing things, keep doing stuff, because I feel like you just kind of feel like until you keep doing this, and like, I feel like you just feel like you need to carry on doing that to actually see things working out. Otherwise it's not really going to like I don't know, I just feel like you won't see any results for doing stuff. So I feel like that's an issue you're having. We have the Queen of Wands, and I feel like this is more stepping into your feminine energy, and basically this is going to be something that you need to adapt to, because like I feel like right now you're in your masculine energy, and basically for you doing this, like I'm kind of feel like you are all action in terms of the manifesting techniques, but I feel like you're not really surrendering. And surrendering and trusting the universe is kind of like a very important key part of when it comes to manifesting. So you know what, you don't have to try and manifest something 24/7. You're allowed to like relax with these techniques. You don't have to raise your vibration all the time. I learned something from the manifestation babe which has really helped me. So for example, when you want to manifest something and get your desires, you don't need to be in the energy where you're like, how do I put it? Where for you to receive your manifestation, you need to be constantly happy. Let's say you want to manifest your business to do very well and like to earn lots of money. By you constantly being in a high vibrational state and trying to be constantly happy, you're basically telling yourself you're not allowed to have your manifestation unless you are very happy. And like, unless you're doing these things, unless you're doing that. When actually, you know, there's millionaires out there who are, I'll be honest, they're unhappy. And they're just sitting down, like, not doing much while the money works for them. That's how they do it. And I feel like you need to step into your feminine energy where you're like, okay, you've set your intentions, you've done what feels good to you. Now just relax about it. Like, let it come into your life. And then also that'll create less resistance, because sometimes if you're constantly trying to manifest something, it can kind of send messages to the universe like, oh, I don't have it right now, so I need to keep doing this to get it. When actually, do what you need to do, then let go, carry on your day, start taking inspired action, always do that towards your desires, but trust the universe that like, things are going to flow exactly how it needs to. It's going to take its time, it's all going to work out exactly how it needs to. You don't have to worry about that. Just like, let the universe have some control with this, okay? And then I think that's when you're going to really start seeing things come into play, because it is a very much mixing or balancing the masculine and feminine energy, which I'm kind of getting with these two cards here. And then once you do that, that's when you're going to start seeing things happen and come into fruition. So that's your little tarot card reading there. Now I'm going to use this Manifestation Moonology Oracle deck, and we're just going to get a couple more cards from this, just see if there's any other messages that you need to know. So, what do Pile 1 need to know about their manifestations, please? Okay, so yeah, we have the Go For It cards. Okay, another message I'm getting is that a lot of you are kind of like focusing on the actual manifesting and not actually doing steps to help co-create with the universe, if that makes sense. Is this all fire energy? Yeah, we have really strong fire energy here, because the wands is fires. That's fire, that's fire, that's fire. So yeah, I feel like your fire signs, either Aries, Sagittarius or Leo. So yeah, okay, so fire can be about taking action. So I reckon you need to like start taking action in actually getting your manifestations. I'm just kind of getting messages like you're all doing the manifestation techniques and doing all that, but like not actually taking steps as such into your manifestation. So maybe what you need to do is just try and embody, be like, okay, I'm going to manifest this. Okay, I've manifested it now. Imagine that you've manifested it already. Now take actions of what you do on your business or on your thing or whatever you're doing. I'm trying to manifest. Start taking action on that. And that's when you'll start seeing things kind of like work out as well. Because I think you're all very much a bit doing the manifestation techniques, as I'm saying, and not putting effort into the actual desire. The Go Wild card is making me think of like releasing and just kind of like, okay, do what you want now. Maybe you're being quite strict on yourself with your manifestation techniques, and perhaps you're so focused on doing a specific thing and like doing the manifestation to get it work, when actually start enjoying your life as well. Start taking action of, you know, going wild, doing things that like make you feel good, but also going wild is making me think of go out of your comfort zone. So perhaps to get your manifestations or your goals to come into fruition, it does require you to get out your comfort zone and doing things that you don't really want to do. I'm kind of getting the message of socializing. I feel like maybe in achieving a manifestation, it requires you to talk to someone and to communicate, maybe like get in contact, socialize, going out and talking to people, putting yourself out there. I think that's one thing you may be needing to do in order to help see things come into fruition. And if you're trying to manifest your desire, the universe will put opportunities in place for you to do this, to help you get the steps to get there. However, I feel like maybe you're not recognizing those steps and only really focusing on the end goal. So perhaps you are getting things coming to you in regards of getting your manifestations. However, it's kind of like, how do I put it? You're missing the steps that the universe is providing, and in that way you're not really reaching or getting your manifestation. So you're kind of like, universe, please give me some, like, please help me, well, you know, bring this into fruition. So you keep manifesting. The universe presents opportunities to you. You don't really do it because you think, that's not my manifestation, my manifestation is this, when actually they're giving you the step, you need to go for it and go out your comfort zone. Okay, we then have practice gratitude. So this is making it look like tiger's eye. That's a really good crystal for helping bring prosperity and all that. So that's a sign that maybe you will get prosperity. It's just maybe you're not taking the steps to get there. Practice gratitude. Be grateful for the things that you do have. Perhaps you're so focused on the end goal, you're not really noticing what the things you do have. And when you focus on the things that really make you feel good and be thankful for them, the universe will present more things that make you feel good into your life. And I feel like maybe you need to have more appreciation for the things you do have, and that will help manifest more things into your desired reality. Okay, let's get a couple more oracle cards, see what else you need to hear right now. What does pile 1 need to know about their manifestations, please? I feel drawn to this card. Eudaimonia. Oh gosh, I need to think what that means. Okay, I might have to get my oracle book out for that. It's the difficult words and conviction. Okay, I'm going to try use the Malachite and Uranus. Okay, I think eudaimonia has something about going within, but I'm going to quickly get my oracle deck just so I can quickly look it up, because I really should have learned this, but I kind of have a thing for not going straight for the decks and just trying to intuitively interpret them. And then I get cards that have meanings or like words, such as eudaimonia, which I have no idea what it means. And then I get stuck and I'm like, oh. Okay, I do think it's about like using your mindset and like intuits and all that. You never know, it might be a message in the book. I'll just read it out. Eudaimonia is a philosophy pertaining to each individual self and finally living in your knowing. You can access this knowledge and guide yourself down the path to your bliss by looking inwards and healing your past traumas and wounding. You will then be able to allow positive energies to fill these once negative spaces. From a new positive mindset, you have now permitted yourself to experience life on a higher vibrational level, where you can attract what truly sets your soul on fire. It's kind of funny that, considering we do have the fire cards. Let me just move these up because I just realized they're quite down below. The only problem when I record these is I can't see the camera, so it is mostly me guessing, unless I'm standing up, and I like to sit down when I do these readings. Okay, so yeah, basically it's just saying perhaps you need to go within, and maybe for some of you there is the message there that like there is some things in the past that may need healing. When it comes to manifestation, you can have like limiting beliefs that come from your past that can hold you back. So perhaps, like, you know, let's say if you're wanting to manifest money, but if you grew up in a household where money was a struggle and like there was issues surrounding that, that can create blockages. And going within and changing, like, kind of understanding where these issues came from and reteaching yourself and being like, okay, you do genuinely believe it's possible, because like you can try and manifest as much as you want, which I believe you're doing, to manifest that certain thing. However, you have your limiting beliefs holding you back because of your childhood, because your reality was the opposite of what you're trying to manifest, and that can hold you back and not be in that vibration. So going within and reprogramming these negative beliefs and mindsets can help you move forward. And then I feel like once you do that, the conviction, that's when you can start taking action in regards to this. So yeah, I think a lot of you for pile ones, you need, like, I feel like you're focusing too much on the manifestation techniques. I feel like for some of you, they are working, but not to how you are wanting it to, if that makes sense. So, for example, like I mentioned earlier, they're presenting opportunities to you, but you're not taking them because it's technically they aren't your end result. You don't think they're your manifestation, they're just something else. So you need to start taking those opportunities. I think also for some of you, the reason why the manifestations aren't working for you is because you need to go within and look at your negative self-belief and like really work through them and change them into positive ones. Practice gratitude for the positivity in the past, like for the things in the past. Even the difficult lessons, practice gratitude towards them, because there are lessons that you can learn from difficult situations. And once you do that and start taking action on your desires, that's when things are going to start coming into fruition and working out for you. Because I do feel like the manifestation techniques, you've got them down, but there's some more deeper inner work that needs to be done in order for you actually to see things working out for you, I guess. So that's something that you need to do there. I'm now going to shuffle this last deck. So if there's any final messages for you in regards to you getting your manifestations, any messages. All right, what does pile 1 need to know, please? We have, oh, that's nice. We have victory. That's a victory card as well. So basically it's telling you that, and again, fire energy, Aries. Wow, there is a lot of that here, which is amazing. Okay, so yeah, victory, like, I want you to know your manifestations will come. It is coming true. The reasons why they haven't come true are the reasons I've mentioned. You are so capable of getting things to work out for you. So have trust in that, knowing that because you desire it, it means that there is a reality where you can have it and it is possible for you. If something wasn't possible for you, you wouldn't desire it, okay? So just know that. All right, let's get one more message. Okay, one more card. Any messages that pile 1 need to know about their manifestations? Any messages they need to know, please? Let's see. Oh, okay. Wisdom. And I think that's Leo as well. I think that's Leo. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Fire energies. Like we have 4, 4 and 2, 2, which is like repeating numbers in a way, angel numbers. So perhaps angel numbers are significant. 4, 4, 4 and 2, 2, 2. So I feel like you need to use your inner wisdom a bit for this as well. Also, I'm seeing the bay leaf, and you can use bay leaves as a manifestation technique. So let's say you're struggling to release past trauma, or struggling to, like, I don't know, get manifestation to work for you, although by looks of it, you got the manifestation techniques gone down. But I feel called to say this technique. Sometimes you can get a dried bay leaf, set your intention and write it down, like a thing you want to manifest, and then set fire to it. And then that's how you can, like, kind of bring things into fruition as well. Only do that if you feel called to it. I just felt like I needed to say that. But yeah, I feel like you need to know that you have everything, you have what it takes to achieve everything you desire. You have everything you need. I feel like a lot of you are much smarter and are very capable, and you don't realize this. And basically what you need to know is that things will come to you if you desire it, and ideas will come to you to help you to get there. Perhaps you may have already had some ideas on what you can do, but kind of put it to the side because you think, oh, the manifestation will do it for me. It won't. You still need to take action and do things to get your desires, okay? Don't just think it's going to come to you. I'm afraid it won't. You need to work towards this for it to come into fruition. Start putting more effort into that, and then you're going to get your victory. You are so capable. We have 2 victory cards. So you are capable of getting this and making this work for you. Just go within, see if you have any limiting beliefs, What's holding you back from taking action? I feel like there might be something holding you back. If you can realize this or figure this out, that's when you start seeing movement and start seeing things come to fruition. And that's what I have to tell you, pile one. So hopefully this reading has just brought you some guidance in regards of what you should do in regards to your manifestation. It seems like you are a bit lost in terms of taking action, not really knowing where things are going, but just trust that you can bring your desires into your reality if you want to, which I believe you do. You just got to start making action towards it. And I feel like when you start taking action and the universe sees that you're serious about it, that's when things are going to really skyrocket and quantum shift you to your desired reality, really. So that's something I wanted to tell you, that you just need to know, pile one. So I keep saying pile two, so maybe you might feel drawn to pile two. I don't know yet. I haven't done that reading, but anyway, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Make sure to check out my personal readings if you are interested, especially if you're wanting some guidance in regards to getting you to your manifestation. I can help you with that and help you figure out exactly what you need to do so you can take these steps you need to take to get you there, because it is my mission in life to help you to achieve your dream life. Anyway, pile ones, I hope you have an amazing day and I'll see you all very soon. Bye guys. Hello pile twos, I hope you're doing amazing. If you chose this Labradorite crystal, then this reading is for you just to see if there's any messages in regards to your manifestations. But I have two things I want to mention first. Firstly, I have bracelets for sale. These are manifestation bracelets. You've probably heard me talk about them before. I have 4 available. This is one that I'm wearing right now. And I have these ones. They're available on Etsy right now. So if you are interested in them, they are available. And then the other option or other thing I want to say is that I do have personal readings available. You can find the information in my description down below. But right now I'm actually wanting to focus on doing readings to help people achieve their desires and things, or like dreams, because I actually have a lot that I can put towards that, and I want to help people to achieve their dream life. So if that sounds like you're interested in and you're wanting to achieve your goals but you're not exactly sure how you can get there, then book a reading. I have different types available, so if you're interested, give it a go, have a little look. But anyway, let's go straight into your reading. So I'm starting off with tarot cards, and then what we'll do is we'll we will shuffle some oracle cards just to get any other messages that kind of go along with this. So we have the 8 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands. So I feel like right now you're walking away from your situation, or perhaps maybe walking away, will be walking away, have done, just kind of adjust the time frame for how it works for you. Or maybe you feel called to like leave something behind. For some of you, I'm kind of getting leaving work and finding something better. Perhaps for some of you, it's leaving a relationship. I just feel like we have the 2 of Pentacles here. Things feel out of balance, and you know, I feel like you're trying to figure out what exactly you want in life, and it's requiring you to walk away from something and leave something behind. And I feel like once you do this, this new beginning is going to come to you. And I think it's going to be this thing you desire. But in order for this to like kind of come into fruition, you need to find a balance in your life and perhaps walk away from this thing. If it's the case of like, you know, you're wanting to get a new job and you feel like the only way you can get a new job is by walking, like the message isn't leave your job and then hunt for one, like, you know, find a balance basically. But yes, I feel like it's just a situation, you're having a situation where whatever you're going through, it's no longer serving you anymore, and it's kind of thrown you off balance because you're like thinking, I don't know what I want now. I don't like, it's kind of leaving you in this air for like new opportunity, which actually is quite exciting because all of a sudden you have this opportunity to make your life what you want it to be. And it can be very daunting, it can be quite scary, especially when you don't know where you're going. You can kind of see the waves here are kind of rocky. But I feel like in this kind of situation, just go with the flow. You know, when things kind of feel a bit difficult and a bit like you're not really sure where exactly things are guiding you, just go with the flow of life and discover the things you enjoy and all that. And because we have the Ace of Wands, the new beginning is going to come to you and it's going to present itself. So trust that will happen. And I think Spirit just wants you to be aware of that. For some of you, you may already know what you're wanting to walk away from, and this is the reading just to confirm that this is the right thing for you to do. If you have no idea right now and this is a message that makes no sense, that's okay. Perhaps this is something that's going to come to you in the future, near future or something, and just be prepared for that, okay? But I feel like this is quite short, sweet and simple, this card bit, the tarot card bit, because I think the message is quite, well, it just makes sense to me. It's there, stands out, it's, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It is there, you know, it's simple. Nothing more needs to be said. But anyway, let's get into this oracle deck. We have the Manifestation Moonology card deck. We are going to shuffle, let's do 3 cards from this and just see what messages want to come out for you with any messages in regards to your manifestations. These are very good for giving advice. So let's just pile 2 in regards to manifestations, please. Know your worth. Taurus. Manifestations, please. We have take inspired action. Okay. And attend to the details, Virgo as well. Okay, well, first thing I'm noticing is that all of these are earth energy. And that's all about stability as well, being grounded. I'm just thinking of earth energy. Maybe go out in nature if you're feeling unbalanced. Okay. Yeah, because you're feeling unbalanced, like, you know, going out in nature, being by water, that can help heal you and like re-nourish you as well. So I think that could be quite beneficial for you. So, firstly, the know your worth. So perhaps maybe you want, okay, I'm going to use an example here of a career, but to apply this to your situation, if this even resonates. So let's say you're wanting to have a new career and stop your work and do something what you would consider as an upgrade. But however, maybe you feel like this career that you desire to have, maybe you feel like you're not good enough. Maybe you feel like you're not worthy, and that's what's causing you to hesitate from leaving this current job behind and moving forward. I think you need to realize that you are allowed to have the desire or the reality that you desire. You're allowed to have it. You are worthy of it. You'll always be worthy of it. Yes, you might have to do a bit of practice. You might have to do a bit of training, a bit of education, a bit of work experience, just to qualify for the job. What's it called? Like when you apply for a job, they have like expectations. You know, sometimes they will require you to have requirements. That's the word. They require you to have experience and all of that fun stuff, you know. But just know that you are allowed to have this job. You know, sometimes when you go from a simple job, like, let's think of a key one. Okay, let's say if you're a shop worker, you work in like a supermarket for a while, and perhaps you're wanting to move forward and advance to something where you're like, you know, a more professional job. Perhaps you may feel like because you worked in retail for such a while, you don't qualify for that. When actually, yes, you do qualify for that. For others that maybe resonate with a relationship, leaving behind a relationship that doesn't resonate with you anymore, perhaps you need to realize that actually you are worth having a, you know, you're allowed to have a better relationship. You are worthy of that. You know, I think you need to realize that you are worthy of your desires, because I feel like maybe you just believe it's a fever dream, and that's what's causing this hesitancy with moving forward and maybe achieving your dreams as well. So know that you are worthy of it. We then have take inspired action. I'm kind of going to pair this with attend to the details. So perhaps you need to take action that maybe isn't the biggest steps, but maybe it's like the smallest things. So for example, let's say with the whole job situation, you can take inspired action by putting together a resume, attend to the details, look up online and find really good resumes, and like look up examples and just see things that make you stand out, you know. Do some research, just do little things that can help you move forward into this goal and navigate this space, this place of just like getting to your desires. Because I feel like you're getting to a place where maybe you just feel like you don't know how to get here. You know, you need to walk away from something, leave behind, or even you can kind of see this person starting a new journey. So perhaps it is literally the case that you need to start this new journey to get you to there. And you're feeling unbalanced, you don't know how you're going to do it, and it's leaving you a bit like everywhere, feeling everywhere, because you're just like maybe just unsure on how things are going to go into place, come into fruition, etc. But just doing the small steps, doing small things, finding small ways of just like getting movement, even if it's just a little bit, then that can help you get more ideas. You know, it can present more opportunities. And by doing so, that's how you're going to see your desires. I'm kind of getting for this pile that maybe... Okay, actually, here's another thing I want to mention before I get to my other point. In pile 1, I kept saying pile 2s. So if you feel drawn to pile 1, please check out that reading, because this could actually make sense of like maybe a situation. If you don't feel called to pile 1, then this is your message, okay? So I feel like for some of you, like maybe doing the manifestation techniques aren't really something you bother doing, and you're more about taking action and getting there. The reason why I say that's for pile 2s is because if that doesn't resonate for you and you think, what are you on about? I do all of these manifestation techniques, then pile 1 is also a reading you need to know, because it's all about your manifesting techniques and why they're not working and what you actually need to do. And then it kind of links on with this reading here by, you know, saying you need to take action, do the small things and everything, and then you kind of get inspiration on how you can move forwards. So that's the message I'm getting in regards to that, because I feel like it's really important. You need to take action and just do little things, and then more inspiration will come to you in regards to achieving your desires, and like you'll kind of figure out how exactly to go about getting your dreams. I'm just sorting out, the cards are a bit wonky. It's hard to tell because like I'm always like usually sitting down when I'm reading, and the only way I can see if I have laid the cards out properly is when I stand up to grab the next deck, which I've done now, but I just noticed they're all wonky. So that's the only problem with this setup I have. Doing the readings isn't always the easiest, but we're just gonna move on. I'm now going to shuffle this deck and just see if there's any other messages you need to hear right now. So what do pile 2s need to know, please, about their manifestations? So we have deep knowing. Okay, so you guys have a deep knowing that you need to move forward, and I think you need to trust that. I don't think you trust getting there. We also have introspection. I actually feel called to read the Oracle book. I did that in my last one because I think introspection is all about like having an inner knowing, kind of like being, oh, what's the word? Having a confidence, knowing how to move forward and all of that. You know, I'm just going to read the book. I want to get this right. Okay. So the deep knowing is knowing that you need to do this, and you know that you need to move forward. You know that you want your desire. Deep down, you know that this is something you're meant to have. But I feel like there are things that are holding you back because you just feel a bit out of balance right now. And maybe you don't know what you need to do to get there. That's why we had the take inspired action, tend to the details, do the little things. That's what you should focus on first. Now let me read this card, because the guidebook for this card, because these have great messages. Okay. Introspection is an essential part of your self-actualization and spiritual progression. Take the time to look within to examine emotions, thoughts, strengths and weaknesses. Address your grievances and commendations, and ask yourself questions as a way to check in. So yeah, I think you need to go within yourself, and you need to like really reflect on the things that you want, and like kind of going within, be confident that you can have your desires, because I feel like a lot of issues is that you are maybe having a lot of doubt and maybe overthinking things. The earth energy is making me think of overthinking, and I don't know, that's usually air energy. I'm still going to stick with the overthinking, like, you know, needing to ground yourself. I feel like perhaps a lot of guidance on how you can move forward, it's all within you, But the unbalance and the panicking or maybe worrying of how you're going to do stuff, the overthinking, maybe knowing the processes, is this the right thing to do, is kind of like overshadowing everything. That's why it's a lot of earth energy telling you to ground yourself. I feel like once you ground yourself and like relax and just enjoy life and go with the flow a bit, that's when you're going to start getting information, deep knowings of the things you need to do. And that's what's going to help you really move forward, because you're going to kind of like be like, okay, I know what I need to do. This is what the action I'm going to take. And by doing so, that's when you're going to start seeing things happen, and that's when opportunities are going to come to you, because you're kind of like more at peace of, I'm not panicking how you're going to do stuff, because you're trusting the process and knowing, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. I don't know exactly how, but I'm going to relax and just take little steps towards my goal, and trusting that the full route or the full process of getting there is going to come to you. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to come to you as like an idea of like, okay, I'm going to do this now. Okay, that was a bit of a mouthful. I'm now going to do this final deck. This is going to be just some final messages in regards to your manifestations that you need to hear right now. Okay, so what do Pile 2 need to know about their manifestations, please? I feel called to get this card out. Longevity. Okay. And we have another card that fell out. Let me just grab that. Clarity. Okay, well, the clarity card makes a lot of sense, you know, getting clarity in regards to your situation and figuring out how to get there, and things kind of like falling into place, really. Okay, we also have Virgo and Scorpio signs for this, which we have Virgo here. So those could be significant star signs for you. Longevity is making me think of balance. It's also making me think of the earth energy, which you get with pentacle cards. And I feel like a lot of you want this to be kind of like done fast and like take action, be like, I want this to happen already. I feel like there is a desire for that. Spirit wants you to take your time, because you want things to last, you know. If you do things in a rush and get things all done, okay, yes, you might be able to get it done, but because it isn't like on stable foundations, it could all collapse, and you don't want that. You want this to be something that will last longer. So kind of like trusting that this long process is what's going to build the strong foundations for this to last a long time is vital for you to know that. Don't rush it. The clarity on how you're going to get there is going to come to you. So don't panic on thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? When you start relaxing and surrendering and going with the flow, you're going to get clarity on how you're going to do things. So deep knowing that we're talking about, that will all come to you, and things will start making sense. And then that's when you start taking inspired action. When you start getting these ideas, that's when you start taking action. And then that will help you get to that end result and this new beginning that you desire. So just keep going, Pile 2s. Just like relax, take your time. There's no rush. Enjoy the journey. You know what they say, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey of getting there. So Pile 2s, I hope that resonated for you and has brought you some clarity that you needed. Comment down below if it resonates. Subscribe to me for more content like this, because I like to create content to help you to achieve your desires and to live your best life. So that's just my mission in life, and I want to help you to do that. But anyway, I hope you have the most amazing day, and I'll see you very soon next week for another video. Bye guys. Hello Pile 3s, I hope you're doing amazing. If you chose this pink opal crystal, or so-called pink opal, I don't actually think it's opal, but it's what it's called. I don't know what it is. But anyway, this is your reading if it's this crystal you chose. So we're going to be getting messages in regards to your manifestations, like anything you need to know, your goals, all of that. But before we start, I have a few other little messages I want to say. Okay, so firstly, I have crystal bracelets available. We have these ones, and then also this one that I'm wearing at the moment. So they'll be down below on my Etsy in the description.
And then also I have personal readings available. So if you're interested in like getting a personal reading, I actually want to specifically or narrow down to doing readings to help you get goals, or like find out what you need to do to get your desires, and we can come up with like a plan and a strategy in order for you to get to your goal and your desires. I am interested in doing that, so if there's something you're interested in, then do check out my Etsy or just message me. You know, if you have any queries, I'm willing to, well, obviously I'm willing to chat with you about that and just see what we need to do. But anyway, that's it if you're interested. But we're going to start doing your tarot reading. We're starting off with the tarot cards, and then I have some oracle cards that I want to do. I'm just going to put this in order that I remember putting these out. So I pre-shuffle the tarot cards, and then we're going to go into oracle cards that I'm going to shuffle from the deck. So pile threes, we have the Tower, the Death, and the Emperor. Okay, I'll be honest, I think right now your life could be a bit of a mayhem. Things could be a bit of a struggle, and perhaps you're trying to navigate it, and perhaps there are loads of circumstances that are kind of like maybe happening to you, or you feel like are happening to you, that like your life has just gone a bit crazy, and perhaps things are a bit of a struggle, which I completely sympathize with you if this is the case. It doesn't like if you're listening to this and you're thinking, well, my life isn't falling apart, you know, things seem all right. It doesn't have to be exactly like, you know, things happening to you. It could actually be the case, you know, you may have some negative thought patterns that have come open, maybe bad habits, you know, it can just be anything which doesn't serve you that is occurring in your life right now. I feel like this is something that you feel like might be holding you back from achieving your desires, when actually I feel like this is happening in order to create a clean foundation in order for you to achieve your desires. We have the Devil here, which is what I think the Tower is about. The Tower has to come down in this. Basically, think of it like you get a land that they want to build like new beautiful houses, but there's like some old buildings on there. In order for you to build these new houses, you need to knock down what's there, clear the foundations, and then build the new ones. And the reason why you couldn't have the old ones is because there was problems with like, I don't know, mold or asbestos or something. And I'm kind of getting, there are things that you need to let go of that haven't been serving you, that have been like a difficulty. Again, for some of you it could be like a mindset, it could be that, like, you know, a person, a situation, there's something that's been holding you back, and basically they kind of need to go in order for you to move forward, because I feel like you need to reprogram your subconscious beliefs. I used an example in one of the piles, I think it was pile 1, that basically if you want to achieve your desires, but like let's say you want to manifest money, but you grew up in a household where you believe that, you know, or like, you know, that money was a struggle, and your parents would tell you, oh, money doesn't grow on trees, it's difficult to get, and all that. That is then ingrained in your subconscious mind. And let's say the Tower's representing you like having financial struggle right now, and you're struggling with this, and perhaps, or maybe you're losing your job or something, and like this is happening to you, and you're kind of here thinking, oh my gosh, like this is difficult. This is an opportunity for you to reprogram your subconscious beliefs, so you can believe the opposite and think, okay, money is possible for me, and like, you know, actually genuinely believing it. And basically this thing that is like been holding you back, you're going to be clearing it, and then stepping up as the Emperor and being able to move forward and kind of like taking action and like actually, yeah, like moving forward in life. I feel like you've been quite stuck in a certain area, and perhaps you still feel stuck, and then maybe the thing you need to do is to actually decide and be like, okay, if you feel stuck right now, only you can deal with this. You need to tackle this devil, the issues you have, rip it down, and then put stable foundations in place so you can move forward and actually get your desires. I feel like for a lot of you pile threes,
I'm afraid manifestation might have to take a bit more of the hard work, but it's, well, I feel like it is for a lot of people. You know, it does require the hard work, but once you do that, that's there for life, and then you'll see the massive changes. So I think you need to realize that actually you can make things happen for you. Life's been difficult for you, there have been difficult situations for you, but you can change your current reality by tackling these inner thoughts and believing that you are worthy of the things that you desire. And by doing so, that's when you're going to start seeing changes, because you actually believe in the things you're trying to manifest. I think you may have tried manifesting in the past and have had no luck. Maybe you've manifested the odd thing, but none of these big things that you've been wanting. And it's because of these issues, like limiting beliefs that you've been having. So we're going to first pull this Moonology Oracle deck and just see what messages we can get that can help guide you and what you can do to help you manifest your desires or get your dreams. So what's your power theory do? We have lighten up. Okay, what's your power theory do to help manifest your desires, please? Step into your power. What's your power theory do to manifest their desires, please? Find a balance. Okay, the first message that I kind of got earlier, which I didn't say just because sometimes it's not what you want to hear, and like it can kind of be a bit difficult to hear this, but because I'm kind of getting these messages, I feel like I need to say it. So if you are in a difficult situation, and it can be really hard for me to say, like, to hear what I'm saying, but sometimes these things that are happening are not happening to you, but they're happening for you. And if it's like a horrible situation, you'd be, but why is it happening for me? Like, yes, right now it's such a difficult situation. However, with every tough situation we go through, we learn lessons. They're opportunities when things crumble down, you know? If things feel like they're falling apart in your life, think of it as great. They're clearing the foundation, or maybe not great, but okay. Things are crumbling down, so there's new foundations, everything's clear. And you can choose to let go of the difficult things and actually make, like, you can choose what you want to build your life from it, you know? There's opportunity in difficult moments where things just feel like that it's just not going to plan at all. And I think if you can realize that perspective, again, it can help you step into your power, because all of a sudden you can be like, okay, well, I want to do this with my life, and start making action in regards to that. So that's the message I'm getting there. Okay, so lighten up. I feel like, even from looking at the Tower and the Devil card, I feel like you are in a situation where things are difficult and you're not feeling your best at all. I think right now, you can't really do anything to make this stop. I feel like, you know, by looks of the cards, there's nothing you can do to like make this stop, and like, I feel like it's something that's just, you're going to have to go with the flow and allow the process to happen. However, while you're going through this, you can find ways to cheer you up, just to like lighten your spirits, just things to make you feel a bit better in the moments, just to help make sure life isn't a complete drag, you know? Like, just find ways to do little things just to cheer you up, and maybe have like things to look forward to in the next days, just so you kind of have some goodness in your life. Oh God, I whacked the table. Step into your power. Use this opportunity that you're going through to be the Emperor and step into the power. Oh, actually, Aries, that's Aries. The Emperor card is actually an Aries card as well. So that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, step into your power. Be this Emperor. Rise above in a situation. Be like kind of like wise in regards to this, but actually be like, okay, take this opportunity and make it into yours. And then once you do so, you have a clean slate to kind of like manifest your desires. Use this opportunity to do what I said earlier. reprogram your self-beliefs, you know, believe what you want to believe, teach yourself like to believe the things you want to believe and take action in regards to that. And when you do so, that's when you'll start seeing more changes and more things kind of happen in your life, because I feel like that's something that will benefit you massively. We then have find a balance. Maybe your life feels very out of balance right now and you're needing to find ways to kind of like, I don't know, focus on your mental health, focus on your well-being, focus on anything to make you feel good. So you're not so focused on this one big thing that's happening in your life right now or will be happening. Whatever it is, find a balance, find ways to enjoy life still, find ways to navigate through this and just kind of like live your life and be you and just do what you need to do to make you feel good. And now just help you navigate this. Find the balance. Okay, you're focusing on the negatives. Try find the positive side of these situations. Again, the lessons you can learn. Again, using this opportunity of where things are crumbling down, you know, knowing that, okay, well, after this, I can start again and make my life even better, you know? What if this thing that you thought you wanted or whatever is crumbling down because it's making room for something even better that you cannot comprehend yet? I think if you can bear that in mind, it will just kind of help make this process a bit easier. I feel like even though this reading is meant to be like messages in regards to your manifestations, I do feel like a big part of this really is just helping you through this moment to hopefully get you where you want to be eventually. I'm just opening up a window because it's getting a bit hot in here. All right, I'm going to do another oracle deck. I am having to use the oracle book because I'm ending up pulling cards where I have no idea what it means. So it's just like, okay, let's see if I can actually understand all the cards in this next, or in these ones. Okay. What does pile 3 need to know about their manifestations, please? Perspective. Yeah. Change your perspective on the situation, you know. We also have 2-2, which is making me think, or 22, which is making me think of 2-2-2, which is basically a sign that your spirit guides are there for you and you're not alone. Yeah, so change your perspective on the situation. Try find the good and the bad, find the balance. It really is like really changing your perspective. Perhaps some of you, the messages in regards to your manifestations is that you're really focusing on the negative and what you don't have. Change your perspective, focus on the things that you do have. Okay, a message for part 3 in regards to manifestation, please. Cognizance, inner knowing. Okay, I actually know the cards for once. So claircognizance is, well, it's made me think of claircognizance. It's basically when you kind of get downloads from spirit, from the universe, where all of a sudden you know some information, where you didn't learn it, it just kind of came to you. That's claircognizance. And I feel like maybe when you kind of step out of this phase and kind of into your power, you're going to get the claircognizance and your perspective is going to change. You're going to be into a more a more positive mindset, which will help you kind of lighten up in general, focus on the positivity. And then when you step into your power and all that, all of a sudden you're going to get insight on how you can make your manifestations happen. I feel like with the whole message in general of manifestations, things are leaving your life so they can come in. I'm kind of thinking of what's the crystal that people like, the green one? It was in my head, it's gone now, where when you have it, it kind of like completely wrecks your life and like basically to allow the amazing things come in. I completely forgot what it's called. My brain's just gone fuzzy. Anyway, that crystal, if you can think of it, comment it down below. But there's a crystal. It's making me think you're kind of having one of those moments. Perhaps you have that crystal and that's just what's going on right now. But basically you're going to get insight. And it's funny that I mentioned that because the emerald looks a little bit like that crystal. No. You know, I'm not even going to bother. Otherwise I'll just end up being like, I don't know. I forgot what it's called. Okay, I'm not even gonna try, otherwise it's gonna bother me really bad. Anyway, yeah, cognizance will come to you. You're gonna have insight, and all of a sudden you'll know what to do in your life, what action you need to take, and you know, I feel like things will start falling into place because all of a sudden you're gonna start feeling inspired to take action and do things and kind of get inspiration of what you want to do and what you can do to literally live the life you desire. You know, sometimes for you to live the life you desire, you have to go through uncomfortable moments and work through them to allow things to come into fruition. Okay, we're going to shuffle the last oracle deck just with final messages that you need to hear in regards to your manifestations, or let's just say this situation. Okay, any final messages please from Spirit? Thank you. Agreement. All right, that just made me think of something. We then also have victory, and also another card came out. We got wisdom, so I'll take those ones. Again, the 2-2 and the 4-4. Interesting. All right, so funnily enough, these are the same cards that actually came out for pile 1. So if you feel drawn to that pile, then check that out. I mean, the messages are a bit different, but you never know, you might get something from that. But agreement, this card is making me think of soul contract. I feel like the situation you're going through is kind of like a soul contract thing. Like, it's kind of like meant to happen. You kind of signed up for this, which you might be thinking, why did I sign up for this? I know, it's crazy, but we're meant to learn lessons. And I think this is kind of like the opportunity for you to rise up, to work through this and really just kind of make things happen in your life. It's clearing up room for you to actually make what you want your life to be, if that makes sense. So that's just something the Spirit wants you to know. Victory. You are going to get to where you want to be. Again, with the Aries card, we have Aries, Aries, Aries. When you get into this person, when you step into this place, step into your power, that's when you're going to get the victory. That's when things are going to start working out. That's when things are going to fall into place, you know, and you're going to start making action or taking action and actually getting the desires you want. There's something you should know there. Wisdom. From this situation, you're going to become so much smarter. You're going to be like, again, have so much wisdom, so much knowledgeable. You're like a wise person. It's going to really help you grow, and just like amazing lessons are going to happen. And I feel like once you get past this stage that you're going through, things are going to flow so much more easily, and things are going to fall into place. Your manifestations will end up coming into fruition, and you'll notice massive changes. So just trust this process. Do what you can to make it easier for you. Focus on that for now, and then once you're through it, that's when you start seeing your desires coming into place. So power of threes, not ones or twos, power threes. I hope this reading resonated for you and brought you clarity you needed. Comment down below if it resonated, and subscribe for more content, because I like to create content to help you to live your best life and achieve your dreams. And if you're interested in a reading, you know where to go, the description, and hopefully I'll see some of you there. But I hope you have the most amazing day, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.